So Evan Lovat came up with a great idea a few years ago. Tell the stories of things people always wondered about. He called it LA in a Minute. It is brilliantly done. We've been showing them to you out here on the program, and everybody responds in a very positive manner. Topics also appeal to those of us here in the Coachella Valley. So tonight, a look at the Battle of the Freeway.
What is up this year? LA in a Minute, and spring training is in full swing, mostly in Florida and Arizona. But for 3 glorious decades, spring training actually took place in the Coachella Valley. In fact, the first time the Angels and the Dodgers ever went head-to-head was during a spring training game in Palm Springs. Let's get into it. On April 2nd, 1962, with former President Dwight Eisenhower in attendance, the Angels beat the Dodgers 8-5 on a walk-off single following an impressive comeback win. That game would lay the groundwork for 6 decades of the Freeway series, what would be the most highly anticipated and attended inter-city rivalry in the sport, alternating between the Big A in Anaheim and Dodger Stadium. So why was the club's first meeting in Palm Springs? Well, the Los Angeles Angels were a minor league team in the Pacific Coast League, and as Major League Baseball was growing, they were selected to be an expansion team for the upcoming 1961 season. The team was purchased by cowboy singer and actor Gene Autry in December 1960, and he had to scurry to put together the organization to make it big league caliber. In a short time, he had to hire a general manager, a manager, and draft the expansion players. But there were still decisions to be made, like where would they have spring training? Autry, like many celebrities of the area, was a part-time resident of Palm Springs, and he knew there was a quaint little baseball stadium there called the Polo Grounds, which the Reds, White Sox, and Pirates had used as temporary spring training sites throughout the 1950s. The Polo Grounds held more than 5,000 people and would be a huge draw, especially in the warm spring nights of Palm Springs. But in Los Angeles, the Angels would be the second team already languishing behind the Dodgers, who were fully embraced by the city upon their arrival in 1958. And with the Dodgers planning to open up the cathedral that would become Dodger Stadium in 1962, the Angels needed to drum up fanfare for what would become their own version of a rivalry. So, at the end of 1961, Autry and Dodgers owner Walter O'Malley agreed to end the 1962 spring training festivities with a matchup at the Polo Grounds. The Angels would win that game and go on to have spring training in Palm Springs for the next 3 decades until they moved to Arizona. So the first Freeway Series matchup between the Dodgers and the Angels ever was played in Palm Springs. And that's the story of spring training in the desert. All right, LA, it's been a minute.
Seriously, isn't his stuff terrific? You can check Evan out on Instagram at LA in a Minute.